Sam, and Bob. But I guess it's that time. It's on the 30, so we'll go ahead and make it official. Let me see if anybody needs the net before we get started on the pre-net. I'm sorry, the pre-net. Anybody need the pre-net for anything before we get started? All righty, nothing heard. And as you said, that's who I have on the list so far. Again, Mac, Eddie Brown, Dr. Ron, Sam, and Bob. If you'd like to get on the pre-net for the Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship net, please come at this time, and we'll get you on there. This is WA4KM.
W4OB.
JW4 TV.
K4JCP.
Okay, let me tell you who I heard first here. Hey, Don, out there, it'll get better as the night goes on. I'll be running nighttime power here, as Matt calls it, shortly. I'll work it up to legal. K5HFG in Tick Ridge. Hello, you, Don. And then after that, I heard Manuel in the tallest mountain in Florida, KW4TV. And then Stan, you were down and your amp must not be on. You normally got a pipeline, but I did hear you. And then I heard Joe, K4JCP, up in Ringo. Anyone else wishing to get on the pre-net roster?
W4OB.
Okay, you know what I did hear you? I got you on there, Ray. I don't know why I didn't call your name, but you were the first one on there above Don. I apologize, but I do got you on there. Actually, I got you on there twice. Let me scratch that off. You were above everybody. And there was another one at J Station. Come back again, please. Who was the last station there? All I caught was the end that had a J and the suffix.
Greg.
Oh, okay, that's Greg down there. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. WB4KKJ. That's Greg down there in Florida. Okay, Greg. Sorry about that. Ray was a little closer to me, and he was louder, and I had Ray first. Ray, Don, Manuel, Stan, Joe, and then you, Greg. Anyone else wish to get on the list? That's already a half a page. Come on now.
Just a little better, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, much better. I heard you, but you're normally knocking my socks off. You must have had the amp or something off.
Yeah, I was running about 8 watts.
I heard you, though. All righty, Stan. Well, let's see. Eddie Brown, Ron, Sam, Bob had a time. Let's pick up Ray, and we'll start here and go down and pick up some others and start at the list. Since these other guys, they've been in here for a little bit. W4OB, my good friend Ray over in Sandy Springs. How you doing, sir? It's over to you for your comments in the pre-net. It's going to be a good net tonight.
WA4KM. This is W4OB. Well, actually, maybe it's W4AMI. I'm not sure yet, Kevin, but you're sounding great from Villa Rica. And thank you so much for picking me up. When you didn't call me back, I thought, well, gosh, am I on? Am I transmitting? So I had to look twice at the Apache, Kevin, but thank you very much for picking me up, and looking forward to a great net tonight. The conditions are excellent. So let me send it back to you, Kevin. WA4KM. This is W4OB.
Okay, Ray, I apologize. Yeah, I got you first. I wrote it down. I just started with Don and went down the list. But, yeah, I got you up there first. You were the first one. And don't ask me when. I guess I was having a senior moment. And I need to find my glasses. You know, I had cataract surgery, and I could see up close before. Now I can see far off, but I can't see up close, so I have to wear readers, which drives me crazy. Anyway, we got you on there. Let's go out there to Tick Ridge. Don, how you doing, sir? K5HFG. This is WA4KM.
WA4KM. K5HFG returning. Good evening, Kevin and the crew. I finally got through tonight. Last night was bad. I don't know what was exactly the cause of it, but propagation was terrible here. And I could hear some of you fellas on the Eagle Net, but the problem was y'all couldn't hear me. So I had to take a break. It looks like it's going to start being that way for the rest of the summer into early fall. Usually it's when it gets to about September, it's a little bit better. But if I'm not on the net, it's because propagational disability. So anyway, I'm doing good, Kevin. Hope you're doing the same, and hope your wife is doing okay. And back to you, K5HF Chief.
All righty, Don. Yeah, I should have put you on the list last night, because if you're not here, you're either in the hospital or something's wrong. But I'm sitting here looking at the list now. We had about a page, but yeah, I didn't have you on there, and you're typically here whether we can hear you or not. So I'll try to make a mental note, but you know how that goes. But good. You're sounding pretty good this evening, and I'm on nighttime power, as Matt calls it, so you should be able to hear me running close to legal limit. And so good to hear you, Don. Thanks for being a regular, too. All righty, next on the list, we'll go down and pick up Manuel from the tallest mountain in Florida, and then Stan after that. Manuel, KW4 TV, this is the pre-net for the Southeastern AM Radio Club. Come on in here and tell me what you got.
Well, all right, Kevin. Thank you for picking me up. I turned my amp on. It helps a little bit. We've been just sitting around looking like this about all day. We haven't been doing a whole lot out in the yard trying to do a few things, but doesn't seem like I get anything accomplished. I have to make a list of my to-do list. My to-do list is way bigger than the to-do list. So there you go, Kevin. With all that excitement, I'll turn it back to you. KW4 TV, back to you.
Oh, you're booming in here, Manuel. Got a good copy on you. And Bob, if you're listening, I know Sam is too. Where's my phone? We are going to our annual camping trip before we head out west, hopefully June, July, and August. I'm trying to look ahead, but we've booked our stay up at Cage Cove, and it looks like we're coming back on the 22nd, Bob, April 22nd. I should be back because we usually leave that morning and get back home. It's about 3.5 hours to do the pre-net that Tuesday, which is April 22nd. And if not, maybe you can help me out. But I'll try to, usually I come in and just unhook and worry about stuff the next day. And I may be here, but if not, you'll know why I'm on the way back home, and hopefully make it home safe and no flat tires or wheel bearings burn up or such. April 22nd. Anyway. Alrighty, speaking of that, let's go up to Walhalla, South Carolina. Stan does the net, opposite week of me and him and Alan does it, opposite week of me and Sam, and does a great job. Come on in here, Stan, W4KR up in the Golden Triangle. This is WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, good evening to you, WA4KM. W4KR. I said 8 watts. That was wrong. It was 9.2 watts, Kevin. It was 9.2 watts. I came down here late, so I just fired up the old Apache Labs job tonight. So it's SDR radio making AM. Takes 9.2 watts to drive the ACOM amp to legal limit. Let's see here. Beautiful day here today. Got up early. We made a little Joe and I made a little trip. Did a little trip today, and up to Asheville. But we're back, and they're still working on I-26. But around Hendersonville, North Carolina, that looks like that's going to be a lifetime project. It's been going on for 5 years and nowhere near done yet. They're basically rebuilding I-26 between I-85 and Asheville, and it's a mess. Anyway, let's see here. Kevin, you mentioned cataracts. Joan's going to have hers done mid-April, and I'm on the books for mid-May. I've been wearing glasses since I was 19 years old, and I toyed with should I go with special lenses to cure astigmatism or not, and I've decided not to. I've worn glasses all my adult life, so I'll just continue doing the same thing. In fact, what I'll do is get another pair of SLR lenses, the progressives like I've been using. The top half will just be clear, that's all, and the bottom half will be reading. So be not too much will change, except that they can't push my prescription any further than it is now. So got time to clean get in there and clean the stuff. Manual, you were a good solid 10 over 9. That transmission, you're doing good. Copied Don pretty well as well. Copied Don silent. He was about an S7, but solid. So got good conditions tonight. Kevin, you and old Mr. Sam. Take care, and we shall be here for the net. WA4KM, W4KR.
All righty, Stan. Yep, you're back to your normal bowling in here, 20-30 over solid, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, Manuel's running that old 811H that I had. It's got that extra 811 in it. Anyway, yeah, I went ahead and done that. I could see up close, but I had the right eye when I had that TIA stroke. It really fogged it up really bad, and I didn't really want to do it, but it was really night and day difference of how clear stuff is. Matter of fact, we got out and rode today on the motorcycle. That was how good I'm feeling, and we rode just to Alabama, just over the line to a place called Maria's Barbecue, and they got the best chili cheeseburger there is on the planet. And they cut their fries and the slice and they got skin on it, and I splurged today because I'm on a diet, and it was so good. And it was only 55 miles over and back, so it was like 110, not too bad. But that really helped me a lot. You know, the way I can best explain cataracts is when I watch a lot of westerns. Everybody knows that at night. You know, Gunsmoke and Andy Griffin, things like that, black and white. And when I got what I called my bad eye done and my good eye, I waited. When I done the bad eye, I could see it so clear that the good eye was actually bad, and it looked yellowish like antique versus the other one. And I couldn't believe it, so I went in and done both, and I'm glad I did. I just went for the distance lens because I didn't want to pay that $7,200 for the multi one, so I just done the 3400 one. But now I wish I kind of had, because I've never had to use readers, and I do now, and it's aggravating. I've got them all over the house from the dollar store, about 10 pair. Anyway, yeah, enough of that. Let's move along here and pick up Joe. K4JCP up there in Ringo, Georgia. Come on in here, Joe. Tell us what's going on. This is the Tuesday night SAMRC swap and pre-net.
KL0F. All right, fine business. WA4KM in the pre-net, K4JCP. And we're just having a plain old nice day up here in Ringo. I guess you heard AL0F checking in there. And looking forward to a good evening here on the pre-net. We are mid-70s today, wall to wall sunshine. We're on the 7300 and the old 811H, like you said, with that extra tube stuck in there. So it's good to hear everybody sound like the band's going to be in good shape. I've been doing more wiring, trying to get all my cables run. We're getting there. I actually fired up the 610. Didn't transmit anything, but checked the exciter, and it's working. So I think we're on the road to making some RF there and out of the big tubes here before long. So, won't hold it. Got a lot of folks in here. WA4KM and the Prenet K4JCP.
All righty, and hello, Tim, AL0F. I got you on the list, sir. Yep, every time I hear the 610 and all that, it usually is followed up by in the Frankenstein mic. You're slipping, Joe. Or maybe you're not using it. I'm just used to hearing that. Anyway, we'll break with Joe and pick up Greg. WB4KKJ, and then we'll pick up Tim and take some more. Go ahead, Greg, WB4KKJ. It's over to you for your comments in the Prenet, WA4KM.
Hey, good evening, Kevin. Sounding good down here. Pensacola conditions are picking up a little bit. Had a good day today. It was beautiful outside. And, got a lot of work done at the office, and when you went for a nice walk today, it was really nice out. Things like this for a little while. But anyway, so I'll turn it back over to so you can get some more check-ins, and we'll look forward to the net tonight. WB4KKJ.
All righty. Well, you're sounding good. Good audio. Everything's blasting in here. Sounding good. And thanks for being there, Greg, and being a regular as well. All righty. Next on the list, we'll pick up F. Excuse me, Tim. Sorry. AL0 Foxtrot, and then we'll take some more check-ins after that. Go ahead, Tim. What you got going on down in Florida? It was a beautiful day here, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Kevin. I'm 4KM in the group. This is AL0F. Well, I'm actually in Alabama. I'm about 20 miles north of the Thermos Mountain there where Manuel is. But we can almost turn up our microphones. But I'm actually in South Alabama. Everybody's sounding good. I'll just give it right back because so we can get everybody in here and get started. Everybody's sounding good here. The band's in good shape. WA4KM, this is AL0F in the group.
All righty, Tim. Boy, you got a good signal, too, coming into West Georgia. Sounding good, and thanks for being there. Okay, here we are. We're going to open it up again, guys. This is the Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Prenet. If you'd like to get on the Prenet roster this evening, well, please come now. This is
KG4WQQ.
WA4III, Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Labor. Kilo 1, Hotel.
Okay, hello, Greg. I got you, WA4II, and I heard Richard, WFL, and I heard a K1 something hotel. Could you please come back, sir?
It's Kilo 1, Hotel.
Okay, Kilo 1, Hotel, is that right?
10-4, good doggy.
All righty. My relays are a little slow. I don't know. I may have to get the burnishing tool out when I unkey. It's pausing about a half a second. Driving me crazy. I'll have that fixed by tomorrow. Okay, thank you for being there. I don't know that we've talked. We may have. All righty, well, let's pick up Greg down there. And Sam says Rogersville, but I know he said it was something else. But anyway, Greg, go ahead. WA4III. This is WA4KM.
Okay, WA4KM, this is WA4III. Yeah, it's on a Rogersville mailing address. But there's a little place, it's not really even a white spot in Turnerville. There's a closed store there. I mean, it used to be a store. And a church. And a crossroads, and that's about it. But anyway, Turnerville. You may remember some of the old cartoons about the Turnerville Collie. Well, I think that's where it actually got its name. Anyway, well, I've had a hectic day today. I've been working in the yard, and it's so slick. The lawnmower don't want to go, and I'm beat. Anyway,
thanks for picking me up and doing a good job over here. This is WA4II. Over.
All right, Greg. Well, don't let that old slick mountain get you down. I know you want you hard after it. Good to hear you. And I got a note on there. Sam, did you write that down? Turnersville. All righty. Good to hear you, Greg. Thanks for being a regular every evening. Or when we have the nets, that is. All right, we're going to go down there and pick up Richard, W4WFL. Richard, what you got for the pre-net this evening? I hope you're doing well.
Enjoying the good weather outside, and was over at the church clearing brush with my old diesel farm tractor, and made the pasture happy over there. And I'm up gardening to do. I've got potatoes coming up with QC. And I don't know, everything today with this warm weather. I really enjoy this time of year, except for the pollen. I've got a nose full of pollen right now. Out here, so I'll be standing by for nets. And hope you're doing well up there in Georgia. And Rika is working 100%. So that's all we got here, Kevin. This is W4 is up here right now.
All right, Richard. I bet you Roy and John wish they'd have kept that one, because that Villarica Viking doing a fabulous job, and thank you for always being there. I tell you what, it's sounding good too. Maybe you go over there and recruit Manuel and Roy. Of course, they may not want to do a whole lot of work. They like to supervise and tell people what to do. Oh, I couldn't help it. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Lex, we're going to pick up K1HH, and then we'll see if we got any more before we go back to the top of the list. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. K1HH, I believe I got that right, WA4KM.
WA4KF, Kilo 1, Hotel. Good evening. The name here is Roger, as in Roger. First time in checking in with your net. And matter of fact, it's our first contact out of a new transmitter we've just installed here, a K7DYY8040 AM transmitter, Class D. It's solid state. Yeah, I know. But I've had my share of boat anchors and still love them most. But this is my first actual on-air transmission. I've been feeding it into the dummy load for a couple of days and decided I didn't want to talk to the dummy anymore. I wanted to talk to a real person. So we're in Beverly Hills, Florida. Beverly Hills, Florida, Kilo 1, Hotel, back to net control.
Well, okay. Well, Roger, welcome. Let me just go ahead and tell you, welcome. We appreciate you stopping by. And I usually wait till the end of the pre-net, which is about 7 minutes, but I'll go ahead and do it now. If you got a pencil or a pen, get ready to write down some good information I'm fixing to give you. We have 3 nets this week. It's usually the same people, but different club nights. And I'm going to give you some information here if you're ready to write. On Tuesday night, which is tonight, this is probably one of the longest running AM nets. It's a great net, good family oriented net, and the call sign when they take it over will be Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike India, W4AMI, and they also have a website if you'd like to look at it and check it out. It's W4AMI, Whiskey 4 Alpha Mike India.org, Oscar Romeo Golf. And you can become a member. There's no strings attached. You don't have to pay no fees or nothing. And we're 300 plus strong. And it's just a beautiful website Dr. Ron has created. And it's got a lot of old radios and stuff from times past. It's absolutely beautiful. Buy, sell, trade, or just look at them. Projects going on, being built. And like I said, you can become a member. And there's no fee. And then you can get Eddie Brown to mail you out a certificate that's suitable for framing at just the cost of the postage, and you can't beat that. And it's just a wonderful website that he's put together and tells all about this 25 plus years going strong net. And then on Thursday night they'll have the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net, same channel, 3885, or frequency I should say, I'm sorry, and at 7 o'clock Eastern. And then we also, back on Monday night, they'll have the Eagle net, which is 3885, at 7 o'clock Eastern as well, and we'd love to have you on all the nets. And anyway, thought you might want to know that. And Roger, thanks for stopping by. It's a good net. It's family oriented. You can have your kids and grandkids listen to it. All righty, well, I've reached the bottom of that list. I got about 4 minutes, so we got time to pick up a couple more. Anybody wishing to get on the pre-net roster, please come now. This is W4AMI.
KG4WQQ.
Whiskey 9, Tango Alpha Bravo.
Hey, Richard, and this is W84KM. I'm sorry I said W4AM. I apologize. Sam will assume that tonight. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, Richard, I got you on here, KG4WQQ, and I got a something or another. I'll get you, and I heard Tom, W9TAB, and there was a station before Tom. What was your call? It was a KD4 station. Just think now.
Brad, KB5LIO.
All righty. Thank you for that, LIO, Brad. Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was him, but good. Okay, and we got Richard. Okay, boy, that's a whole page here. And Tom, and then Roy. Hey, Roy. All righty. Well, Richard, come on in here. You'll be next on the list here. We're going on down it, and then Sam will be picking them up here shortly. KG4WQQ, WA4KM, and the pre-net.
Yeah, well, good afternoon to you. Good evening, however you want to look at it. WA4KM, KG4WQQ. We thought about coming up there and getting you yesterday and using your backside, but, well, after I happened to remember, your backside is weak side. You got a weak backside and a strong mind, so it wouldn't have done me no good to come up there to get you. I had to go all the way up there to Home Depot up there and get me a new hot water heater, and I started to get you to come up there and help me load it on the truck, but them fine gentlemen up there at the Home Depot store helped me load it up. So, yeah, we had one of them situations yesterday morning, Kevin. Wife woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, the hot water heater's leaking. I said, what? She said, the hot water heater is leaking. I said, huh? She said, it's making a sound at me. I get up and I come in here and I say, sure enough. But other than that, we're doing fine, Kevin. And I sent you a text message there a little while ago. Take a look at that and reply to me and see what you think about it. And then we'll let you carry on with the pre-net. KG4WQQ, back to WA4KM.
Oh, I tell you, that I believe you're on there, Anon. That thing got some beautiful audio, Richard, sounding good. Hey, and I rode by your house today around lunchtime and revved it up real loud and blew the horn. That was me, if you heard that, over in Alabama. That was me and 3 or 4 other guys. All right, next, let's see. We really got time. Let's go pick up KB5LIO, Brad. Come on in here. This is WA4KM in the pre-net. Well, Sam's fixing to take it over here in just a second, but I've got about 2 real quick. I think that was W9TAB. Tom Phelps, you go ahead and make one.
Sounding good as usual. I know we just got a short time for that, so I just want to say good night, everybody. Okay, buddy. Back to you, buddy. WA4KM, W9TAB.
All righty. Thank thank you, Tom. And we got one more, Roy, and then we'll turn it over to Sam, and it's about that time. But, Roy, go ahead. Wonder if you're on the Dixie 6 or what you're on. W4I Diddle Diddle Pensacola. Come on in here, Roy.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Now I'm on the little Kenwood again this evening. I can see the buzzers down here with station. So, we're on 140. Reliable, fancy. I'll turn it back to you. Off of the bat. W4I Diddle Diddle Pensacola. Good job with the plant, Kevin.
All righty, Roy. Appreciate you too. And it's time to turn it over to Sam. But let me just do this real quick. Mac will be next after you do the officer, Sam. But that was the whole list. Let me make sure we don't have anyone else wanting to get on the pre-net roster before we turn it over so you can get on the list. Please come now. WA4KM. Well, how about that? I got through the whole list in only a minute over. All righty, let me turn it over to Sam. Sam, I'll be here. I was going to Mac, but then you got to make sure you get them officers and then grab Mac and run with it. And anyone out there got any listings, want to buy, sell, trade, or just give something away when it's your turn, well, get in there and list it. We'll do something with it. Oh, real quick, I've got a request from another hymn. If anyone has a big band switch, I guess when he says big for power, 10 through 80, contact me if you would. It's kevin.protech@yahoo.com, or I'm good on QRZ. I got a friend of mine that's building an amp and needs a big heavy-duty band switch. All righty, Sam, here it comes. KF4TXQ to assume the call, W4AMI. This is WA4KM.
Okay, Kevin, WA4KM. In the SAMRC net, this is Kilo Fox 4 Tango X-Ray Quebec, assuming the call of W4AMI, and I hope y'all can hear me all right. I'm hearing everybody pretty good, but the trouble is the band is fading, and as the sun starts going down, sometimes the propagation goes down with it, so you never know. You just have to do the best you can with how things are. We ain't in charge, we just have to go with it. So anyway, it was so good to hear everybody that I could hear. Some stations that came in good, but you know how it is. All right, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swapping Fellowship Net. And so we're going to start off with the officers. We'll begin with our president, K4BKC, Bob, up there in Columbia, Tennessee. It is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI and the net. This is K4BKC. Well, good evening, Sam. Good evening to everybody that's checked in with us here and everybody listening. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening. As always, each and every one of you really enjoying all these great AM signals that I'm hearing. You know, all the wonderful stations you all put on the air. We want to continue to ask for your thoughts and prayers for Manuel, KW4TV, and his family. Bob, K4ENC, is in the hospital over in Knoxville. And John, K4VZS. I had an opportunity to talk to John on the phone yesterday, and he sounds strong, and he's working hard on doing his rehab there in Chattanooga, and looking forward to being able to get back home. But he really does sound good. I'm glad to hear that. Also, please remember KN4HH Bob over in Woodstock. He is still recovering from his complication from his surgery, so we'll keep him in our thoughts and prayers also. Back over to you, Sam. Thank you for picking me up, and sure appreciate y'all doing the net. Everybody's sounding great. W4AMI, K4BKC. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you for being there, Bob. K4BKC, our president, and you sounding great on that old 20V2, and hope everything's going good up there in Columbia, Tennessee. Okay, this is KF4TXQ, acting as W4AMI in Dadeville, Alabama. So anyway, next on my list will be our call sign trustee, Dr. Ron, WB4GWA in Concord, Georgia. And Dr. Ron is not only the call sign trustee, but he's also the keeper of the website, W4AMI.org. But anyway, Dr. Ron, go ahead, sir. Good to hear you. Over.
Okay, Sam. W4AMI from WB4GWA in Concord. Boy, it's good to hear everybody tonight. Good signals all the way around, and just filling up the room here with all that good signals. And I'm don't have too much to report tonight. Been just working around here and doing a few things and piddling with a few projects, but nothing spectacular going on. I've got a real busy week ahead of me here, and so I got almost every day having to do something, and the weekend too. So I'm probably going to enjoy it when this week is over, when I don't have anything else next week. But anyway, we're on Millie tonight and listening on the SX73, and like I said, all signals are really good. Appreciate Kevin calling the pre-net. Kevin, you always do a good job, and lots of check-ins tonight, lots of good signals. So back to you, Sam, and good to hear you tonight. W4AMI, WB4GWA in Concord.
Okay, mighty fine, Dr. Ron. Well, it's good to be heard and not viewed. But anyway, that happens to us sooner or later. But anyway, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. And next on the roster here is Mac, W4AX in Ball Ground, Georgia. Mac, it is your turn, sir, and thanks for all you do for the net. Over.
All right, Sam, thanks so much, and good evening to you, and thank you and Kevin for running a wonderful pre-net in net. And Dr. Ron, sorry about the mishap on the chickens. You know, I see a lot of chickens come through our post office, and it's just criminal that something like that happens. Let's see, I talked to John pretty good while tonight on the phone. I know, Bob, you said you did as well, and he's making some good progress, slow progress. David, his son, and Randall, I think everybody knows Randall, are up there today, and they're going to go back on Thursday, and I'll let them finish their visit, and I'll go up on Friday and see him again. Just as Kevin said, the mullet net is Thursday night. I'll be the net control. Would love to have you join that net. And also on Saturday mornings at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 7290 AM, 7290 AM. We just do a round table for about an hour. Love to have you stop by and say hello. Back over to you, Sam. W4AMI, W4AX.
Okay, mighty fine, Mac. Appreciate you coming aboard. Good to hear you. Hope everything's going well over there. All around good man. KA4AMI in Williamson, Georgia. It is your turn, Eddie.
Okay. W4AMI, this is KA4AMI. A little pollened up here, but excuse me. I think we can get through this. Well, Sam, you're sounding really good tonight. Best I've heard you in a while. And thank you, and thank you, Kevin, for taking care of the pre-net, getting everything lined up. Real nice job. And thank you to everybody that's checked in. I think we're going to have a good net tonight. A lot of great guys. I was going to ask about John. I'm glad we got two reports there. And K4BZS, John. and it's good to hear he's making progress up there. I know it must be tough for what he went through. Well, related to spring has sprung here in Williamson, also known as Rover, Georgia. I actually don't live in the town of Williamson. It's my post office. I'm kind of like Greg over there, I guess. But it's a little unincorporated community called Rover that nobody refers to. It's there, regardless. So that's where we are. The pollen, the trees are just beautiful. They're coming out, blooming. The ones that bloom here, peach trees and dogwoods and the azaleas are just busting out. And so is the pollen. Man, it is running full, rich, max continuous. And it's about to get already. But anyway, I hope everybody that's out there's been ill is getting better and or has gotten well. And we certainly are there in our prayers. Let's see. Ron, I think maybe I wouldn't object if you needed some chickens. Put it on the website under wants, and I bet you somebody in this 300+ group would find you a chicken or two. But anyway, we'll work on that. Find you some chickens. We're on the Gates BC1G tonight. Listening on the Collins 75A4 through an in-fed half-wave antenna. And as Max said, I'm on it. Nighttime power. I don't have anything can handle the daytime power. It'd blow everything I got up if I turn that thing on. So anyway, 7-3 to all. And Sam, hang in there, boy. Hang in there like a loose tooth. W4AMI, this is KA4AMI, Williamson, Georgia.
Okay, Eddie Brown, KA4AMI over in Williamson, Georgia. You're sounding great on the gates. And, hope everything's going well for you and yours over there in Williamson, Georgia. All right, next on my list is Manuel, KW4TV in the tallest mountain in Florida. Manuel, it's your turn, sir, and you're sounding good tonight. I hope the band is still holding up between us. KW4TV. This is W4AMI.
Oh, W4AMI, KW4TV. Alrighty, Sam, you're sounding mighty good down this way. Sound like a war eagle cowboy. And the weather's been here today. We've just been hanging around doing what we can and taking a break every now and then, Sam. We try not to overdo it. Good to hear Tim in here tonight, and Kevin, and everybody else. I don't get to hear very often, but it's good to hear everybody back in here tonight. Even the Dutch from Tower. We'll be glad when John visited us back in our midst. But with all of that, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you. Sam, thank you for doing the net. You're doing a good job. And as I said, Kevin did a great job on the pre-net also. Enjoy this net. WA4, wait a minute, I'm trying to call Kevin. Let me turn it back over to you, Sam. W4AMI, W4TV.
Woo! Okay, mighty good. I think I heard Kevin coming there. So anyway, that means that the band's getting better. I tell you, Kevin, it was kind of sparse between us there for a little while, but anyway, it's coming back up. So we'll just rock along and hope for the best. Okay, next on my list is K5HFG, Don in Tech Ridge, Mississippi. Don, it is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, K5HFG. Good evening, Sam. Good to hear you. You sound a little bit more strong than you did last week. Good signal tonight. Thanks for picking me up, and thanks for doing the net. I was excited about being on the net this week because I got my little King 400 put back together and tested it out. It was doing pretty good. I set it up the other day, and it wouldn't key up, so I had no idea what's wrong with it. I got to take the modulator deck out and take a look at that. I don't know if it's a bad jack or a bad tube or what, but I was disappointed. But I'm on the Ranger tonight, and everybody's sounding good on the 75A4 receiver. Hope everybody has a good week. 73 to all. And back to you, Sam, W4 K5 HFG.
Okay, mighty good, Don. Good to hear you from Chick Ridge. You're sounding great on the Ranger. I wish signals were a little bit better, but I'm still copying you okay about Q3. But anyway, you know how it is. When the sun goes down, sometimes it tears up the reception, sometimes it improves it. So, you know, I think this is one of those times it's rolling the dice, and it's just letting us know it's in charge. Okay, let's go to Ringgold, Georgia. I got a friend in Ringgold, and his name is Joe. K4 JCP, it is your turn, sir. Ringgold, Georgia, where they got a pretty little train station dating back to the Civil War. Mr. Joe, it is your turn, sir. W4AMI.
Well, thank you, Sam. W4AMI and the group K4JCP here in Ringgold, Georgia. You got that part right. And it's famous for a couple of things. Dolly Parton got married here. And this is where the general ran out of steam. They, Andrews Raiders got picked up and done away with, I guess. So they got a little plaque right down Ooltewah Ringgold Road that tells about that. So we got all sorts of famous stuff going on here, and it is a pretty little train station. We're on the 7300. With a little help from 811H tonight. Good to hear everybody. The band sounds like I'm in good shape. Copying everybody right well. So hope everybody's had a nice day today, and looks like we're going to have another nice one tomorrow. I'm sitting here putting some batteries in my microphone, getting ready to try and fire up the old 610 here before long. So everybody have a nice day, and thank you, Sam, for running the good signal over this way. Let's see. Oh gosh, I done forgot to call over the thing. W4AMI, K4CP. Almost forgot to call.
I don't know if he turned it over to me or not. I lost Joe at the end of that transmission. Thank you for checking in, Joe, if you can hear me. This is W4AMI and the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. And next on the list here is Ray in Sandy Springs, Georgia. W4OB, it is your turn, sir. W4AMI.
Yeah, and he turned it back to you. You're good.
W4AMI, this is W4OB. Well, a very good evening to you, Sam. You're sounding great from Dadeville on the shores of beautiful Lake Martin. So sounding good, Sam, and thanks for doing the net, and thanks to Kevin for doing a great job on the pre-net as well. But Mac, I think it's so great that you're going to go visit John on Friday. I'm glad to hear that he's in rehab and making some progress. I know he sustained a very severe injury. So, but Mac, you're very good to go up and visit him. And hopefully he'll be able to get back to Pensacola before too long. So let's see here. I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Don, I was copying you in Tick Ridge. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but everything was good. And I think maybe KN4HH Bob is in here too. I know he was ahead of me, Sam, so I'm not sure if he's still in here or not. But anyway, it's a great net, and I just wanted to say 73 to all, and so let me send it back to you, Sam. I'm on the Apache this evening, and so hopefully I'm making it down to Dadeville. W4AMI. This is W4OB.
Okay, Ray, thank you for checking in. You're sounding pretty good from Sandy Springs, but I tell you what, the propagation has left us in the lurch. But anyway, it'll be better maybe next week. I hope so anyway. All right, going down the list here, we're going to Walhalla, South Carolina. Stan, W4KR. It is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI. Hope Mr. Jones doing well. Over.
All right, Sam, thank you. W4AMI, this is W4KR. Well, good evening, everybody. Man, copying everybody tonight. Band conditions are really, really good over here, Sam. Doing well. Lady, the board chairman here, Miss Jones, doing fine. She came down here a little bit because she couldn't find her cell phone. She had taken it with her, and it was still in the car. So, from our trip earlier today, but you did it. So everything is copacetic again, Sam. That's going to be it. I'm just going to sit here and listen out because you're going to have a whole bunch of folks here tonight. Carry on. W4AMI, W4KR. Go ahead.
Okay, mighty fine, Stan. Well, thanks for being there. I copied you better that time. But anyway, you know how it is. Propagation rules. Have to kind of live with it. Do the best we can. Okay, next on the list is the first of two Gregs in a row. We got Greg WB4KKJ coming up next. Greg, your turn, sir. This is W4AMI. Over.
Good evening, Sam. W4AMI, WB4KKJ, Pace, Florida. You're sounding good down here tonight, Sam. Doing an excellent job. Thanks for doing the net. Kevin, thanks for doing the pre-net. And Kevin, not Kevin, Manuel, you owe me a speaker down here, buddy. You're allowed. But anyway, everybody's sounding good. And we had a beautiful day today. The weather was just gorgeous, and it's going to be nice tomorrow. So back over to you, Sam, because I know you got a big list. W4AMI, WB4KKJ.
Okay, Greg. Well, you're sounding great from Pace, Florida. Wonderful little town. And I love it being down there close to Florida town. A lovely spot where we had a lot of fish fries and get-togethers and so forth. I miss doing those, but I don't get around much anymore. You know how it is. Okay, the next Greg is in Rogersville, Alabama. WA4III. It is your turn, sir. W4AMI.
Okay, W4AMI. This is WA4III. Well, it's been a rough day today. I've been working out in the yard all day, and Tard. And hey, had a little excitement in Florence today. Had a bank robbery, and but I don't know any details other than I think they got the guy anyway. But I don't know any details at all. But talked to Dr. John, and he said that bad traffic jam down there. They had a road blocked, and I think he had to go around. So hopefully he'll be able to make it before the net closes out, but might not. But anyhow, don't know anything at all. Signals are picking up. I just barely could hear you just at 6 o'clock, but I'm hearing you pretty good now. So thanks for picking me up, and I just put another scuttle of coal in that heater, and keep that keep them 813s warm. W4AMI. This is WA4II. I'll get around in a minute. Back to net.
Mighty good, Greg. Well, appreciate you being there, and you're sounding good from Rogersville or out there near Rogersville. The road therefore nearby with just an old abandoned store and a church. That sounds like a good place to live to me. Okay, next on the list is Richard, W4WFL in Pensacola. It is your turn, Richard. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, this is W4WFL. Sam, hope you're doing well there. And, everything's going well here. Got the working on the Puerto Rico Viking, and she's running 100%. About that. Really not a whole lot more than that going on here. We've just been working outside in the good weather and sort of enjoying that. So anyway, that's all I got here. So I'll turn it back over to you. 73, everybody on the net, the U2 Sam, W4MI, W4WFL in Pensacola, along the shores of the Gulf of America.
All right, don't you love saying that, the Gulf of America? And that's what it is. But anyway, and we're just going to go along with it and be proud of it. You're sounding great on that Viking 1. I'm assuming that's what you're on there, Richard. You're sounding great. You got a good audio and a good signal strength. So let's hope everything keeps going well. All right, next on our list is KG4WQQ. I don't have your name, but anyway, KG4WQQ. This is W4AMI. It is your turn, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening there, Sam. And the call is Kilo Golf 4 Whiskey, Quebec, Quebec. Name here is Richard, and we're over here in a little town called Heflin, Alabama. And buddy, you're sounding choice here this afternoon on my little receiver. Couldn't do a better job if I was on your radio myself. That seemed like that radio seems to fit you better than it would me. But we'll turn it back over to you there, Sam, and we'll sit back and listen. 73 for now, W4AMI, KG4WQQ.
Okay, mighty fine. Good to have you with us. You're sounding great. And hope everything's going well where you are and things will go well this week. Okay, next on the list we got Tom, W9PAB. Tom, it is your turn, sir. This is W4AMI. Woo!
I think you called me.
As usual. I appreciate you running that, buddy. And
put out the cat.
it's been nice to be here. A little bit warm.
Turn up the volume for our little mobile.
81.
Stand by, Roy.
Benny Pearl used to say on the Grand Ole Opry, howdy. Good to hear everybody this evening. The band's just sort of going and coming on me. But anyway, everybody's sounding good. I'll close out, Sam, with this little statement. I hope everybody out there radio land.
Almost a perfect bubble.
Great job, Sam. Thank you so much. I've been a
Well, thank you, Roy. And hey, the band is on a bungee cord. It's up and down, back and forth, every which way. But anyway, let me try to get to. Next on my list is KB5LIO. And with the KB5, you must be over Mississippi or somewhere. This is W4AMI. Okay, W9PAB. Let's try you. This is W4AMI. Sorry about that.
I double with Roy. Go ahead. I heard them both.
Okay, mighty good. All right, well, we still got to go with KB5LIO. Why don't you pick him up and close out the net there, kid? You're coming in good again. Man,
but that's all right. I don't mind. Good evening, everybody. This is WA4KM, assuming the call W4AMI. Sam, you've done a great job. Only had 2 left. We'll pick up. I heard Roy when you called Tom. Roy said he was going to go ahead too, but I heard both Tom and Roy at the same time, believe it or not. So, anywho, let's see here. We'll pick up KB5LIO and then K1HH and then AL0F, Tim, and then we'll see if we got any more that want to check in. So come on in here, KB5LIO. This is W4AMI, Tuesday night Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap Net. Come on in here, sir. Alrighty, well, glad you're here, and good to hear you, Brent. Sounding good, by the way, in West Georgia here, in Villa Rica. I appreciate you stopping by, and there again, like I said, we got nets on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, 3885, Monday night, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 3085, and this one here, which is probably one of the longest running AM nets that I've been a part of or even know of. And like I said, the website, if you want to check it out, it's really good, w4ami.org. Alrighty, next on here, let's go pick up, and it was the first time guy here, Roger. Roger, we'll pick you up, K1HH, and then we'll pick up Tim in Florida. So K1HH, go ahead, sir. It's over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
K1HH. I'm sitting here looking at your website. Pretty nice website. And right there on the front page of your website, it says that there's a free Gates B1C1T up in Nashville. Well, I got to tell you, it's fun. Friends of mine, Rambo, TK3M, a friend of his went up last weekend and picked up that Gates BC1T and hauled it on up into North Carolina. And I've owned a BC1T and an RCA and a Bauer broadcast box. But we're down to our newest and first transmission tonight on a K7DYY Super Senior. It's solid state. It only grows 4 amps and putting out.
No, I heard you say we had that and it was putting out and you left. Are you still here or did you blow a fuse? Over?
I think I overnight is what I did. The K7DYY is sensitive to that, and I haven't got the audio quite tweaked in, so it will fit. And that's exactly what happened. But I'm just looking at one and done with you guys tonight. I heard I Diddle Diddle on there, and I think M4PK was on earlier in the pre-net. A couple of my good friends from the Florida AM group, where you're all welcome to stop by on Sunday morning, starting at 7 a.m. Again, right here on this wonderful frequency of 3885. So thanks for letting me stop by tonight, and I'll be sending in my application so I can become a regular on the net. W4AMI and the group. Channel 1, Hotel 73.
Well, okay, 73s, yep. Oh, Roy, I tell you what, he's a good one. They broke the mold on him, that's for sure. And thanks for joining in there, Roger. Don't be a stranger. Come on back. We'd love to have you. I know we got a long list and a lot of people on here, but that's not a bad thing. We could just have 2 or 3 and nobody show up, but this is a long-running AM net, a good bunch of people. Like I said, you can have your wife, family, and grandkids in here, and it's just, you know, it's that good of a net. You know what I'm saying. And like I said, I see you checked out the web page. Ron does a great job with that, and it's real good. He's done real good with that. All righty, next but not least, we're going to go pick up Tim. And he's in Alabama, South Alabama. I don't know why I keep wanting to put you up there with Roy, Manuel, and all those guys in Florida, but he's in South Alabama. Come on in there, Tim. AL0F, W4AMI.
W4AMI, and the good group, this is AL0F. I'm only about 20 miles north of Manuel, but way south. LA, we call it, Lower Alabama. Well, I'm hearing everybody fine tonight. I'm sorry that Sam wasn't hearing everybody, but man, it's really good here tonight for me. I was mentioning yesterday, I got a new antenna. I never bought a wire antenna in my life, but I bought a double bazooka and put it up. For 75 meters, and so far I like it. I'm hearing everybody fine, and I went out there with an antenna analyzer today and started checking it out on other bands, and to my surprise, it's not quite as flat as I thought it'd be on 75 meters, but it's absolutely 1.5 or less all the way across 12, 15, and 17 meters. It's flat, under 1.5, so that was a surprise, because I like to work those bands, and I don't have to use a tuner with it, so that's great. Welcome to Roger. Nice signal here, Roger. Nice to have you aboard, and I hope you show up for all the nets. And I'm glad John's doing better. I'm trying to get up to see John. I'd like to go up Thursday, but my wife's been sick, and it's about, according to Google Maps, it's about 5.5 hours from Opp, Alabama to his hospital, his rehab there, and so I don't like to drive that up and back in one day. I want to spend the night, and my wife's been kind of sick, so if she gets better, we'll get up there. If she doesn't, we'll have to wait till he gets back down to Pensacola, but we're going to try. Other than that, beautiful day here. Kind of jealous of everybody talking about how much work they got done in the yard today. I got a lot of it to do, but I didn't do much. I was feeling lazy today. But it's beautiful here. The wisterias are blooming out. They really go crazy here. There's wisterias 50 feet up in the trees around here, so it's really beautiful. And then about the time they go away, the mimosas will come out. I really like it down here. Other than that, I don't know anything except I also heard Roy and Tom at the same time. I heard both of them just like you did, Kevin. Anyway, good to hear everybody. Beautiful band tonight, and we'll see you guys Thursday night, I guess. W4AMI, this is AL0F in the group.
All righty, Tim. Appreciate it. Hey, I guess you got information last night from Mac. He gave it out. You may or may not have it, but John's up there obviously in the hospital in Chattanooga, and it's the Siskin, S-I-S-K-I-N, for best I have it, Siskin, and he's in room 223. And they said if you do make it or may not, this is for the others or anyone out there listening, they said to call first. But he was in room 223 in the Siskin, S-I-S-K-I-N, up there in the Chattanooga hospital, just for an FYI. Okay, but yeah, that was funny. I heard Roy and Tom equally, which is odd, but I did. And I know Roy's on the 140, and I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm going to go back and give Roy another chance if he wants to. If not, that's fine. But that was weird. I mean, they were perfect. I mean, I could hear them both. But so, Roy, come on in here if you want to. W4, This is W4AMI. You got anything else?
Contact.
Well, yeah, go ahead, contact.
Yeah, this is Joe, K4JCP. A little update on John and the Siskin. It is right next to Erlanger Hospital, and there's actually a road that it's kind of a circuitous route, but if you can get to Erlanger Hospital, you go to the other side of there's a school right next to Erlanger. If you'll look for the sign that says Siskin, just past the school if you're coming past Erlanger. I know I made it sound complicated, but anyway, if you can find Erlanger Hospital, if you look for the sign, the little road just the other side of the school there, the CSAS school. Back to Ned.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Joe. I didn't have that, but I did make a note, and I always make notes and keep these papers from, Lord, I've got them for I don't know how many years back, just in case somebody needs something or a name, a call, or what somebody was buying, selling, and trading, and so on. I'll tear this page out because this is a whole page here, too. Okay, thank you for that, Joe. All righty, we've reached the bottom of the list, but that don't mean we're done. Let's see if we've got anyone else before we close it out. If you'd like to get on the Southeastern Field Swap Fellowship net this evening, well, please come now. This is W4AMI.
W4OLJ.
Well, I couldn't think of a better man to close it out. My good friend Virgil in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Hello, Virgil. Tell us what's going on up there in Sweetwater. It's over to you. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, the net. This is W4OLJ. Well, okay, Kevin. Well, you're coming in strong up here. 20 over 9 on a very stingy S-meter here on this A4. But you're booming in. And Sam was coming in as good as I've ever heard him, I think, up here tonight. I got in here late as usual, but Sam was coming in good too. I didn't hear too many because I was late. Me and my daughter got out and rode around some this afternoon, and just killing time, and so we got back just in time for the net there. But the signals I heard were good. Don out there in Tick Ridge, he was coming in good. So anyway, we're on the same rig here, Kevin. As Robert Smith calls it, the 21V2, and that's what he labeled it there. But it's the 41000 rig with a pair of 4400 modulators. So that's about it, Kevin. You done a good job, what I heard of it, and I'm sure the rest of it was too. And I didn't catch who done the prenet, but I'm sure he done well. So back to you, Kevin, and thanks a lot there. And 73s to everybody. W4AMI, W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
So loudest I ever heard you, Joe, or L0F.
Oh, Virgil, you're blowing in here. You were a solid 35, and I seen 40, and I've got a stingy meter. I've not even seen it go past 40 ever on this flat, because it's stingy, unless somebody was in the driveway. And beautiful audio, and you ain't never late. You're still here, and glad you stopped by and checked in, and always good to hear you. And Sam I done the prenet. Sam done the net all the way up to just, I don't know, 2 or 3. We got a big list here now. We got a whole page, so he done them all, but about maybe 2 or 3. So I mean, it's kind of tiring, but I love it. It's a labor of love. I enjoy it, as y'all can tell. So, well, we've reached the bottom of the list, and let's see. I'm trying to go off memory. Y'all join the Gulf Coast Bullet Society net Thursday. It's on 3885 megacycles or kilocycles, ever how you want to say it. It starts at 7 o'clock Eastern. And Mac said he would be hosting and being the net operator this Thursday. He'll do a good job. I'm sure you'll be able to hear him real good. And then, let's see, Saturday, Nick and a bunch of the guys meet on 7290 AM at 8:30 on Saturday mornings, and they just have a little swap roundtable talk back and forth deal for, I don't know, I think he said an hour or so. And then Sunday they'll have the Warren Ellie Memorial Net at 3885 at 6 a.m. Eastern. And then back on Monday, start the week off, we'll have the Eagle Net on 3885 at 7 o'clock Eastern as well. And then, of course, this right here, one of the longest running there is, W4AMI on Tuesday, and we'll have a pre-net, and Alan will be your pre-net operator, controller, at 6:30 Eastern, and Stan will be the net control at 7 o'clock. All righty, guys, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all that come in here tonight. Had a big group, good signals, great audio, and that's all I got here from Villa Rica. I'm going to send it to Sam real quick and let him tie the ribbons on it. But again, thank y'all all for coming. And W4AMI, this is WA4KM. Sam, go ahead if you got anything else, and then I'm getting ready to go eat. WA4KM. Okay, you must have went Nate, RUNNOFT. Guys, have a great evening. We enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to seeing y'all Thursday. WA4KM, clear.
Small portions, Kevin, small portions.
Hey, Kevin, before you run off, let's congratulate Tom on his 29th grandchild is due. KW4TV.
20. Congratulations, Tom.